this business has been interesting. It's been challenging. If it had been easy the whole time, we would be complacent. You wouldn't be stretching yourself. You wouldn't be pushing. We wouldn't have been nearly as creative. We wouldn't have pushed our people as hard. We wouldn't have probably met as many customers and developed as many customers as we have. You know, if it's easy, you become complacent.
Well, he's one of the best that I've seen with customers. I mean, to be quite honest with you, Donnie's a walking encyclopedia on case equipment. He knows them clear back whenever. He studies it, he's known it, and he's lived it for as many years as he's been around here.
It's been interesting through the years to see the changes in the equipment, the changes in the market, and it's stretched me to keep up with the changes.
A lot of times I pick his brain on just industry knowledge that he has or product knowledge that he has, and so I've come to rely on him for those kinds of things. With our company being skewed more heavily towards the ag side, not as much towards the CE side, he brought a level of experience and a level of knowledge there that we could build on. So it's really helped develop over the years, not only for myself, but just for the other locations that have the construction equipment. I know they count on Donnie a lot for his knowledge.
His wealth of knowledge and experience, just always wanting to help, always willing to share information. He knows a lot, and I'm sure he's forgot more about construction equipment than I will ever know, but he's always able to help, always willing to help. I mean, he can tell you something on a 25-year-old backhoe, something to look at because it was a weakness then or whatever, and he just has been great, always helpful, always willing, and I'm certainly going to miss him.
I'd run into people from Canada, from Montana, from Chicago, Arizona, it didn't matter. And then when they found out where I worked, they'd say, "So do you work with that Don guy?" "Yeah, he's the store manager." And they'd always follow it up with, "He probably knows more about case construction equipment than anybody in the United States. That guy, he just knows all the specs, he knows what the stuff's used for." And it was, you know, I took a lot of pride in that, knowing that I had that resource helping me out. You know, who else can say that?
Our bread and butter's been the Case 580 backhoe. From the day I went to work in the shop, today, still up there at the top of our sales. But mini excavators, compact track loaders, some people are using 48,000 pound hydraulic excavators, CX210 excavators to do what they once did with their 580 backhoes. Some guys are using a CX37C mini excavator to do what they once did with their and a skid steer to do what they once did with their backhoes. So the world changes, and it's hard to keep up with.
Well, he's definitely never met a stranger, and anybody that knows him, he's got a gift for talking, and he's got a humor to him that's always been with him. That new customers come in, he would greet them, start talking to them. You just well pull up a chair and sit because you're going to be here a while. And by the time they left, they were joking and talking like they've been friends forever. And I've even had some past customers in the years past make the comment they made a purchase from him, just gave him to quiet up so they could get out of here because he continually was talking.
One of the parts I liked about sales was the challenge of getting a deal put together and closing a deal, and the feeling of accomplishment. And so it was the same when I became manager. When I hired salesmen, Rick Bennett and Nathan Ganaway, and get them trained, and when we got deals and when we got to our goals, and when you hit the sales budget, when you hit the parts budget, when you hit whatever, the feeling of accomplishment, that you met the challenge, and then push a little harder and stretch a little more, and Birkey's do a very good job of keeping us stretched.
Don Spence is a real person, just a sincere, like I said, and he challenges the no. If a customer or someone says no, we can't, he challenges that and says, yeah, we can get there somewhere. There's somewhere there's a yes, or he teaches you actually how to build that scenario where you're satisfying the need or satisfying the customer's desire to want that machine or his desire to sell it, and get that machine into that customer's hands or provide the solution that they need.
Not only is he your boss, but if you have a problem personally, he's the guy to talk to. I've had many meltdowns with him, and he's just listening, and I've felt so much better after the fact because he's a good listener. He's a good talker, but he's also a good listener. And that's, again, I just appreciate every aspect of having him as my boss.
If we didn't have the staff we have here, if we didn't have those people here to service the customers walking in the door, if we didn't have the people with the knowledge of the equipment, if we didn't have the people that can make it easy for the customers to do business with us, it would have been much tougher.
So it was interesting. We were with a customer yesterday, and he says, I hold the rest of my salespeople that sell me things to the Don Spence standard. And I think he paid him $20, but nonetheless, he takes care of the customer first and worries about everything else after the fact. And then from an employee standpoint, he talks rough and tough. And I've heard several times, well, I'd fire the guy. But at the end of the day, that's just crazy, right? Because he cares about everybody here, and that's why he's still here, I think.
Not knowing anything when I got here, Don made the transition really easy. Just from the customer side, he knows everybody. The way he treats customers, it's the way he wanted us to treat the same way, just showing us how to treat the customer. Made that part of it easy.
From the grassroots level, he was a technician. He delivered parts, and then he sold parts, sold equipment, managed the store. So he's truly the story of starting at the bottom, working your way up, and did that by taking care of people.
Yeah, I wish Don all the best. I hope that he enjoys his retirement and does all the things that he wants to do. But don't forget about us. Don't forget about the industry. We still like to see you around.
I'm sure I'll be stopping by here to check on things, to make sure that my customers and my employees are being taken care of properly. So,
he wears this place, carries it around on his back, and to be able to let go of that and go enjoy what retirement's going to bring for him with his boat. Hopefully, Marcia doesn't kill him, and that he's always welcome back.
For me, the biggest thing that I'd share with him is just his passion for the business and his support of his customers and his support of his dealership. I really feel that he's always done a good job of keeping all three in different buckets and managing to each bucket. And I think for all the different people that I've worked with through multiple dealerships, Don probably does that the best of about anybody that I've seen, is managing the manufacturer relationship, I'll say the dealer operations in-house, and then also the customer relationship. That is, I think that's a strong suit, even if he doesn't realize it.
He's very knowledgeable. It's going to be a hard one to replace because I don't think you're going to find anybody with that much knowledge.
There's a lot that I do every day that I do because of the way that I saw him do it, or lessons that he taught me without even knowing he was teaching me. So I would just like to offer him my thanks. I appreciate him. My family appreciates him. Just the whole 9 yards.
He's kind of our own little Archie Bunker, from the 70s. And, Don's entertaining. He's charismatic. And, that's going to be missed. You don't replace the Don Spence. They broke the mold. A big, heartfelt thank you for what he's done for Birkey's over the years. His time in not only from us, but service equipment before those. He's earned his retirement.
I guess I'm very thankful for the opportunity Tom Tutt gave me to come to work in this shop when I was 20 years old. I'm also very grateful that Birkey's opened a dealership here in 1999 so that we continue to take care of our customers out of this Mattoon location. Very thankful. The Birkey's organization has been very good to me and to all the employees here, and it's been very good for our customers to be able to do business in the Mattoon location. And just want to make sure that everybody knows what a great opportunity it's been for all of us. So, thank you.